I'm not exactly sure either. We'll think about it. We'll probably say that regards like armor value, if something say targets an arm or a leg, the you'll get a D4 in armor value on either of those locations. Which, for how armor value works, would be that if a bite targets that or an attack targets that location, the damage is rolled randomly, but the armor value is rolled randomly too. So you would end up rolling that D4, 1D4, versus anything that's hit on like an arm or a leg, and if damage is 0 or less, then the attack doesn't do anything. Does that sound reasonable to you?
Sure, and if it does deal damage, that's probably a case of it biting above the shin or forearm.
I do find it interesting that armor value is actually determined randomly too. It's how the rules explain is just sort of like armor protects randomly versus different things. So,
well, and I mean, most armor doesn't actually cover the entire area of the region equally,
and they won't be encumbering. They're just little simple things. Eugene is intelligent enough with his artistic talent; he can make that happen.
Oh, speaking of which, should I like roll something to make them look sweet?
Feels as if I'm having a deja vu moment here. With the basic success, these will not be looking sweet. They're going to be practical.
With the basic...
Then why fucking bother?
I know, but I mean, he had his chance to make awesome shit, but I mean, considering what he's working with here, that'd be pretty cool enough.
Yeah, no, he's pretty proud of his work regardless.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a moment then, as you folks while away the hours. We're going to focus on someone else. We get to about 8 in the morning, and Fletch, you have been traveling through a few blocks rather quickly here. You've been heading from the northern part of the town, traveling rather quickly towards this vast beacon of light. A house here where it doesn't seem that much in the way of these shambling motherfuckers with the golden eyes and bloodied teeth have haunted or inhabited. You have good suspicion to think, what with your keen eyesight and just simple observation, that there's some group of humans. You're hoping so, at any rate. Your provisions are not much in the way of anything.
Nope.
Outside, sort of casing the place, you can see two dead humans. You can also see that the doors and windows are barricaded quite well. You cannot see into the exterior at all, but light is managing to filter through anyway.
He's gonna move up to the closest window there and try to peek in through, see if there's a gap in the barricades.
These were not made quite extensively. There are sort of shoddy little holes and pieces. In this particular instance, Fletch is not able to get a great view of the situation. It appears to be a master bedroom. Though the mattress has been removed, the bed frame is still intact. He doesn't see anyone.
What about hear anyone?
You can go ahead and give me a perception notice.
Let's see.
I'm expecting some clang, clang, clang.
Yeah. I was actually going to say we'll go ahead and make that with a +2 bonus. Definitely, there is the sound of metal against metal. Sort of like this repeated type of thing.
It seems almost intentional, not like something just banging on something randomly.
He's heard these shambling human things pound like incessantly with this monotonous droning, drumming effect, unintelligently, but this is more of like an intelligent thing in that it stops, and then the sound of the clanking changes a bit. It modifies in pitch as if someone were hammering something. Perhaps a barricade.
Let's start heading around the house, clockwise, I suppose. checking for a better vantage point to see if there's somebody in there.
Certainly, Fletch can end up doing so, working his way around the entirety of the building.
Or counter, that's cool.
That's fine. We'll go counterclockwise. I like it this way. Counter and then counter. Clock. Getting around to about here, peeking into the laundry room, Fletch can see basic, like, movements of, like, shadows. Like, there's actually people moving in there. And by the same token, Trusty Tony, who's keeping a great watch, actually ends up seeing sort of like what he thinks is like a shadowy shape moving outside of the window through past the barricade shed.
So in a purely out-of-character, out-of-game sense, I'm really hoping for Trusty Tony to take a shot and instantly kill this new character.
I'm hoping for him to see Cheryl and assume that we're cannibals keeping someone alive.
Cannibals, Jesus. How quick does society go down?
If we run out of food for long enough, we do have a leg on hand.
Dude, did you put that in the freezer?
No!
Shit.
Tony, what do you do?
Like that.
I'm just, I mean, does it sound like it's one of the crazies outside? I mean, I probably would.
No.
I thought I saw something. He's gonna mention to Potman quietly. Thought I saw something outside. Wasn't one of them though.
Let's rile up the paranoid guy.
Don't worry about
What kind of something?
a shadow. It looked didn't. Whatever. I've been awake for a long time. Okay. It could easily be nerves or something. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
You
Am I
don't get
able to hear
nerves?
them talking in there.
Oh yeah, it's definitely coming through.
Potman, just focus on what you're doing. I'll deal with whatever comes in here. If one of the walking, I don't know, these things walks through the front door, I'll take care of it.
They're fucking zombies, man.
No, we don't know they're zombies. Zombies only happen in movies.
He's gonna stand
I'm
just
gonna
clear
call
of the window and then knock on it.
Alright, and Potman's gonna scream like a little girl with that.
Come on, Aaron. I need a girly scream.
Yeah, you're not getting one out of this voice.
Okay. But at a Potman?
Yeah, not at a Potman for sure.
Who is there? Tony's gonna say, pointing the gun at the sound.
Just passing through. How many of y'all in there?
Like
What's it
100,
to
and we're armed. So
What's it
don't
to you?
shoot.
Are any of you sick?
Why do you ask?
Best answer ever.
Potman, shut the fuck up. Listen. One of us was bitten, but we cut her leg off. So,
Does that
Best
work?
I don't know. We tried. She's alive.
You're making a shitload of noise in there, guys.
We're making armor. Duh.
Wait, what?
Okay, listen, we can't have this conversation through a wall. People are going to hear us.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking.
Listen, I'm going to come back to the back door. Gonna clear you a path, and you hopefully get in here quickly. You get in here quickly, and then I refill this thing up, and then we talk a little quieter. How about that?
So, side note, were there any bullets left for that 10mm gun?
Oh, he has a gun, yeah.
I don't know. Did
I
you
was wondering how long it would take for you guys to look at its equipment.
No, I was thinking about that the whole time. I'm just
30 minutes respect to the
just
dead.
asking if there were even bullets in it.
Did you ever check?
Maybe that can be
No.
maybe so that can be something that's
No,
done in the future.
I just can't remember if like he loudly ran out of bullets in the last session or not.
Oh no, he has ammunition.
Okay. Then yeah, Potman's going to be stealing that gun later, unless this new person calls it, and Potman's definitely not going to argue.
Anyway, Tony is going to carefully move stuff around, open up the barricade at the back door.
Okay.
Carefully, he's not going to try to make too much noise and
Okay.
get the other person in, holding the gun not aimed at him, but ready to shoot in case of situation.
Okay. Certainly. The barricade is cleared.
Get in here.
All right, so he kind of he's holding a pistol in front of the door. It's just like hanging by a finger through the trigger guard, so you can see that he's not about to blast anybody. He steps around his other hands. He's holding his hands up as he comes in. Says, "We cool? Everybody cool in here?"
Well, I'm cool, but I don't know about Potman over there.
I'm cool as a fucking cucumber. Shut up.
And Cheryl's pretty cool, but she's unconscious right now.
You see a guy, he steps in, he's, if you mouse over the icon, it kind of pops up. Blonde hair, kind of scruffy, blue eyes. He's wearing pretty casual, kind of nice-ish clothes. Over it, you can clearly see he has a fairly thin armor vest on. He's got a backpack across his shoulders and a camera hanging off the side of off one side of it, a sleeping bag off the other, and a nice big scoped rifle on his back as well.
So what are you doing in town?
Fucking try not to die. What are you doing here?
Would you believe that we were driving back from Atlantic City?
I have a...
No shit.
Yeah, I mean... Okay.
We don't even live in this town.
Yeah, me either. I was up at the diner and they all started corralling everybody into that goddamn police station.
Yeah, we saw what happened in there. We rooted around in there a bit.
Shit,
Then
was
things
I happy
happened.
to get out of there.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess it's time for new introductions. That back there is Potman.
My name is... My name is...
Eugene
get
Potman
back to
MacGannigan.
Oh, alright, Potman.
No! Don't let that be your first impression.
Anyway, my name is
Pretend you don't know about that nickname.
I'm Anthony Trusty Tony Ramirez. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
He
Jeremy.
gives him that sleazy
He
card,
hands him a business card.
business card with a handshake.
He shakes your hand and says, "Yeah, Jeremy Fletcher, but everyone just calls me Fletch."
Yeah, everyone just calls me Trusty Tony because I'm so
see?
trusty.
Now that's cool. Everyone just calls me Fletch. Man.
Just kind of looking at, are you still wearing that raincoat there, Aaron?
And the helmet.
Kind of stares at him for a few minutes as you're, I'm assuming, kind of hunched over hammering your armor out.
Oh yeah, no, he's not stopping hammering.
So like, what's up with him? What are you?
Potman's crazy, but he's our kind of crazy.
No, I'm not. I'm the only one here who's sane. Shut up.
Hey, Potman, I hear some BBs flying past your head.
No, you... Really?
No.
Hey guys, like I don't really care what your story is. It looks a lot better than wandering around out there.
See? Tony?
Yeah, we can't stay here forever, though. We've got to find a way to get out of town. Potman?
I have my way out of town. I'm just sticking around to help you out. I'm a humanitarian, which is not someone that eats people, I have found out recently.
Whatever, Potman. Point
We want to block this door back up.
Yeah.
I'll help out with that.
Yeah, we'll move stuff.
Good call.
Yeah. This place was apparently some sort of The folks here were some sort of survivalist people, and
It smells like old people in here.
I'm surprised you can still smell that. All I smell is the blood.
Yeah, well, don't really get rid of that smell.
Anyways, this
Cheryl's leg is just sitting there in the kitchen, by the way.
yeah, it's just sitting there. She's in a bed.
Yeah, she's actually been like moved back to a bed at this point.
Yeah, we just have a leg sitting on like the kitchen
But
counter.
yeah, there's a leg just lying there in the kitchen, all covered in like fucked up black veins and stuff.
Yeah. We're not even trying to hide it.
After the
Like
first
blood
glance, he's obviously avoiding looking over there.
Good call.
So you asked about anyone being sick. Are you a doctor?
No, but the people out there definitely aren't healthy.
Fuck.
They're a little bit more than not healthy. They're already dead.
No shit.
Because
How'd you figure that one out? What the hell's
do you
wrong
know
with them?
any medicine at all?
Know how to take cough syrup.
Shit. Okay, fine.
Yeah, come on, Dr. Potman, you got this.
I really don't.
How many episodes of Doogie Howser have you seen?
It's not that many.
Right. Anyways, you're the only one of us who understands anything at all about the human body.
Well,
Do you
I don't
realize
know
how
about
fucked up that is? Like, are you even listening to yourself right now?
I'm sorry, I was listening to the sound of my own voice.
The radio, which has been on and at a low pitch, like sort of like a static, for much of this time, actually begins to crackle to life, though it is so dim that you cannot hear murmuring, more than murmuring from it.
Tony will go over to where the radio is and turn up a little louder and listen closely.
Once again, with an advisory for you late morning commuters. Be aware that the roads between Romero and Wilkes Barre have suffered severe damage from Monday's heavy storm, and travel through the region is still highly dangerous if not outright impossible. Emergency response teams, including the National Guard, have been at work since yesterday morning, clearing roads and restoring power. But progress
Yeah, fucking right.
has been slow, especially now that the rain has started again. Miraculously, there has been no loss of life as a result of this disaster. So have
Potman like kind of gives a frustrated scream at that.
So have no fear for your friends and loved ones in the area. They're getting the help they need. Schools remain closed to limit necessary travel, and the state recommends anyone in the region stay off the road unless absolutely necessary.
They're setting up a perimeter. They're going to try and kill us if we go past them. And people are dying. And
Do you even know where the hell we are, Potman? Do you know how hard it is to be set up a perimeter in the fucking mountains?
Also, for those of you just tuning in, President Cliff Benton rejected Governor Etchison's request for FEMA assistance yesterday, as many pundits have predicted. The governor has earned few political favors over the years, and the lack of statewide crisis is evident, despite the apparent lack of preparation. However, in breaking news this morning, officials from the Environmental Protection Agency have been dispatched to measure the impact of the storm on the nearby environment and to help mitigate the impact of the devastation on local communities. As always, be safe out there, remain with friends and loved ones, keep vehicles off the road, and stay tuned for further updates.
God.
Tony's just going to turn that off in frustration. I know who I'm not voting for next election. Is he even up for election?
This is his second
No,
time.
see? That's why I never vote.
Shut up, Potman.
This is President Cliff Benton's second term. He's a lame duck.
Oh yeah,
Well,
isn't
then
he-
I'm definitely not voting for him next election.
So, Fletch, what do? You already know what I do, or you can guess from the card. Crumpled up business card. That's probably my last one. I'm going to need that back.
Potman just kind of swings his hammer around casually, saying, "And I think my profession is obvious."
You're a smith?
What? No.
Well, isn't that what you meant?
No. What?
You don't just smoke a lot of pot?
Well, I mean, yes, but no. I'm a hardened criminal.
The room smells heavily of marijuana and blood to Fletch.
He's a hardened criminal. Right.
I'm stone cold MacGannigan.
Oh, you're stoned, all right.
Shit.
Just laugh kind of lightheartedly at his attempts to play himself up. He'll hand the business card back to Tony.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one of these.
I'm a bit of a rambling man. I do things here and there.
See? That's so cool. They call me Fletch. I'm a rambling man. What?
Potman.
Come on.
Potman. I need you to focus on what you're doing right now and not your insecurities.
I'll try.
Good. And hey, if you get that thing done quickly, maybe I'll cook you something up for dinner. Probably won't, but I might.
Probably won't.
Anyway, the current plan of ours is to wait here for Potman to finish making armor. And then one of us, wearing the armor, will go out and explore the nearby houses and get supplies.
Because, I mean, I'm trying to make sure that we don't leave our friend here alone. We just cut her leg off.
Shit, man, she doesn't look too good.
No, she does. See all that blood over there? That used to be on
which pool?
Well, that blood's from him. He's pointing to the corpse.
That blood over there. That used to be inside of her body, and most of it wasn't in her leg.
We've had a trying morning.
Just kind of nods his head.
Yeah, there used to be 4 of us in here.
Now we have 3 3/4.
And you.
Fletch. Yeah, and you can stay. Because
yeah, thanks. Just don't cut my leg off.
If you don't get bit, we're gonna.
Don't get bit.
Because people who get bit turn into those things.
They get, according to
which is why we had to cut a guy's head off and then crush it. And
Potman?
Potman's actually going to start tearing up.
Focus.
He's had to do some pretty painful things to his friends today.
Potman.
Or, well, not so much friends as people he took gambling with him, but
people he bribed to stay out of jail.
Did you use my bar?
Yeah, people he gives kickbacks to. What was he saying?
Move on.
People who saved his life. There you go.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like good a plan as any. This place is kind of going to hell.
No crap.
So, when did the gas station blow up?
Yeah, we
was
passed
that before or after you got herded into the police station?
That was before. It's kind of the thing that made them start trying to pull everybody together.
Oh, that makes sense.
They were talking about buses and evacuation to get away from the fire, and that's about the time that, yeah, those things showed up.
Have you seen the rats?
No.
There are rats with the weird, glowy, dead stuff in them. That's why we had to cut her leg off.
There's also cows.
Yep.
Luckily for us, the cows are kind of big, so they're a pretty easy target.
I'm not handling this well. I'm not going to pretend I'm some kind of cool customer because I'm...
Don't have nerve to steal. So, question is, how have you survived these trying days?
Holed up in a house a couple blocks over. It's food kind of ran out, so it's time to move.
And then you happened upon our little...
Feel free to start digging into our
Honestly,
perishables.
I'm surprised a lot more hasn't with as much noise and lights coming out of this place.
Oh, they're basically blind. Tony, tell him.
Basically, they can see you, but it's just their eyesight's not not anything to write home about. Somehow, when you get within 15 yards, meters, whatever,
I thought it was
somewhere
feet,
around,
actually, but okay.
whatever. Once you're within a certain distance near them, they just sort of know you're there.
And they all know you're there. If any
That's
of them
creepy.
know you're there, you don't fucking say.
But
I
if you're
guess it explains a lot, though.
If you're
Right.
smart, you can navigate around them. If you're smart and you take precautions, you can navigate around them. They do react to sights and smells, but they are slow as a, well, person with one leg. No offense, Cheryl.
Perfect timing.
Is there a
Well, that's
dog?
my dog, so... No, you don't understand, he's going to jack someone up.
Moving on.
He's got a shiv or something. I'm not messing with him.
Fletch just
Anyways.
sighs and is kind of pacing around the room trying to think about all this.
Our current plan
And he
is...
puts his gun away.
Our current plan is bicycles.
Our current
think it's a
plan is to
pretty
get
plan.
bicycles and then mountain bike our way out of here. Because the roads are clearly covered with cars.
Yeah, I noticed.
I mean, given enough time and enough materials, I could probably get one of the cars to work, but that requires a garage, tools,
And
zombies not
roads
trying to...
that you can navigate.
And nodes I can navigate, and zombies not trying to bite my face. Yes, I use the word zombie.
See? Just catching on.
Kind of looks at you with a less than believing glance.
They're
Well, what
dead
should've-
people who stumble around and are magic and shit. Come on.
Magic? What are you talking about?
I had to crush my friend's decapitated head because it came back to life.
Okay, like that'll count for zombies. I've seen some of those old shitty movies, but magic?
A decapitated head came to life.
It's
And they can just
some
tell
B-movie
that you're
shit.
there.
Potman. No use splitting ends over this. Okay?
Did you seriously just say no? You splitting heads over this?
Ends. ENDS.
With at least 2 levels of success for all of you. All of you managed to hear the shuffling of feet as they come along the back door staircase.
It's not
You
my day.
led zombies here.
Potman. I'm gonna
They
need you to put the
followed me when I came around the house.
Potman. I'm gonna need you to put the hammer down and pick up your baseball bat.
Potman picks up his baseball bat. Actually, do hammers count under clubs?
I don't think so, if only because they're so small that they wouldn't really fit in the damage type as described for an actual club.
Would a
If it was a
sledgehammer count as a club?
What a what?
Sledgehammer.
I would say so, yes. I don't think there's a... either that or like a large mace. I'd probably count that as a large mace more.
And maces are a different type from clubs?
Maces are a different type from clubs, yeah.
Jesus, this fucking
I know.
combat skill system.
This isn't D&D. You don't get a bunch of freebies.
I'd probably count a sledgehammer like a maul, and I would equate a maul to more like a large mace.
But would you say you'd swing a sledgehammer like an axe?
No, seriously, you swing a club, a hammer, and an axe the exact same way.
I mean, it's a hafted weapon.
Like, literally the exact same form.
Look,
I would say maybe
look,
club.
there's
No,
different
dude, I'm fine with this. That's how the system is. I'm just
the
saying,
club
that's kind of
headed
ridiculous.
weapon should be under the same thing. Like axe and sledge should work, but clubs.
Whatever. This is the system, the game we're in.
No, but like I said, I'm
Yeah.
fine with this. This is ridiculous.
Every
I like
system
this.
has its own ridiculous quirks.
Oh.
The Unisystem is no exception.
For sure, no, for sure.